going on, everybody? C4, welcome back to the channel, and today we are here for episode 37 of our Madden 22 Pink Slip series here with the Vancouver Grizzlies. Today, a decent doubleheader. We have my beloved Philadelphia Eagles in town, and then we're traveling to the divisional rival Tennessee Titans in week 4. Now, I have already done the homework, and I've figured out which team we want to play, which team I want to sim. We're unfortunately going to sim against the Eagles. Philly just didn't really have anybody in that high 70s, low 80s range that was truly appealing for us to try to go out and win. But you take a look here at the Titans roster, they have some players that they've taken away from us that we might want a chance at bringing them back. They got this guy, Hargrave, 78 hidden dev rookie. He looks pretty good. They got Trent McDuffie in the secondary, 78 star dev. They have a Deo Odeyingbo, who they stole from us, 76 star dev pass rusher. Remember, we made him into a star dev pass rusher. Ray Jones, another player they took for us. He was a star dev interior lineman. So it just made a little bit more sense to go this direction over, say, my beloved Philadelphia Eagles. When you look at that same money range, they got more veterans, you know, all these guys 28, 29 for the most part. I mean, this would be, again, this series is kind of emerging between us getting Ed Oliver and Kyle Pitts. Guys that I like to feature, and it would be cool to get Kenny G, but we just don't need a running back at this point in the series. So we will be simming this first game against Philadelphia and then taking on the Titans in week 4. One thing to note, though, is that there's still no real quarterback upgrade on the horizon. We don't have issues on the sticks with our quarterback right now, Mr. Josh Rosen, but I am starting to have some doubts about him through the sim. Are we going to get many wins with Josh Rosen as our quarterback in the sim? I'm a little worried, but it's going to take time, man. We got to find a quarterback. We got to find the right quarterback. The only thing kind of carrying over from the last episode is in our first victory, our season opener against Buffalo. We beat them. It was a 5-star spin the wheel, and we spun dev trait increase. And I let it up to you guys to let me know who should be getting a dev trait. Ideally, we would be focusing on our superstar dev players going to an X Factor. We had Claypool and or Huffman on the offensive side of the ball. One of those guys get X Factor. They would, you can only have 3 X Factors equipped at one time. Or we could look on the defensive side of the ball, and more so it came down to we either go on the back end of the secondary with Tremont Woods, or we look at this man right here at all. I suppose you could look at Epineza, but I think, or Javon Holland, but I think at this point, especially because we should be focusing on team captains, it should be superstars. And it does seem like everyone, not everyone, but most people were leaning towards Ed Oliver, which makes the most sense for me because I use her on the D-line, and giving me the most overpowered potential player on the defensive line is paramount for our success. I think you're getting a guy that can just dominate, block sheds, all that stuff. So we're going to give our superstar X Factor to our brand new monster out of Houston. Small school, relatively small school. Should have went somewhere else, but Ed Oliver. Now, I have also been doing my homework, man. There's sites, it's MUT sites, but there are sites that rank all these different tiers and stuff, right? They break down what the best MUT ability is, and I've been, or just general abilities. So I'm doing my due diligence on maximizing said abilities. I'm going to show you the homework that I've learned. So now that we have Ed Oliver here, we need to look for the best potential abilities, and unfortunately, none of these ones are on this website's S tier, elite tier. But then you go down here, and we got Unstoppable Force, seems pretty good. We have Fearmonger, also seems pretty good. We have Reinforcement, which doesn't seem as good. Momentum Shift did also not make it. Relentless did not make it. So it seems like the two that you need to choose from, which is, even I know, is between Unstoppable Force and Fearmonger. Pass rushers, when they enter the zone, they apply pressure on quarterbacks while engaged with blockers. That's pretty good. But Unstoppable Force, they increase their win on block shed speed. I think we got to go Unstoppable Force here. And then you go to the other two abilities, and I actually have seen a lot of the run stuff one. Under Pressure is there. And then we have Double or Nothing. That also seems to be a pretty overpowered ability. Doesn't seem like there's anything too crazy here in the S tier, the old elite tier abilities for pass rushers. Oh, looks like it's receivers, escape artists, acrobat, and stuff like that. So you're kind of going down to the A tier, and you're almost, it feels like, kind of predicting which one's going to be the best for your skill set. And I'm thinking for us right now, until we can unlock some of these other ones, let's stick with double or nothing or under pressure. I think these are probably two safe superstar abilities to go with that, Oliver. Again, if you disagree, if you have a better suggestion, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But that is what we're going to rock and roll with here today. First up on the clock, it is time to take on the beloved Philadelphia Eagles on this channel. I don't really know what else we need to do. The media questions, what are we going to ask me? What are you asking me here? Charlie Coachman, Kyle Pitts is the final year of his contract. Well, we're gonna get him signed very quickly. There's no salary cap, so I have no issue with that. What else do you gotta ask me, Mr. Coachman? Chuba Hubbard's final year. Okay, again, we're gonna overpay him. I can pay him $1 trillion if I want to. There's never and never will be salary cap in pink slips. It's impossible. The series wouldn't work. What will work is going in here, Josh Rosen getting his first sim victory of the season, going to 2-1, and then week 4, going on the road against Tennessee, getting a 5-star, and really starting off season 4 of the Vancouver Grizzlies the best way possible. But it all starts here. We can't lose. It's a 79 versus 79. We are the same overall. We need to get a sim win. All right, here we go. Philadelphia 2-0, traveling up to Canada, looking for a sim victory. I don't know, man. I just have bad feelings. I have bad feelings like we're going to get a sim victory with Rosen. But you never know that we trade opening drive touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, Josh Rosen. I don't want to say what I'm about to say, but if we find a way to win this game, and Jalen Hurts is an upgradable guy, I might need to do it. That was oh, look at that. Back-to-back red zone drives, 2 field goals. That's been one of this team's big problems. Look at that. 3 red zone drives and 3 field goals. That was happening the last game, man. We had a chance, and we just can't get touchdowns. Look at this, man. We got a chance to go tie this one. We're actually in the red zone. What are the odds? Oh, we get it! Buck 21. Can the defense, Ed Oliver, get a stop? This one might be going to overtime, fellas. Oh, we get the overtime win! Oh my God, I gotta see what that was too. That was a touchdown in overtime. Was that a Josh Rosen touchdown in overtime? Holy shit. If Josh Rosen, I was literally just gonna say, I don't know if, I literally just blanked because we won. But if Jalen Hurts is upgradable from Josh Rosen, we might need to consider it. But if we can see that last touchdown was Josh Rosen, look, he's having some conversations with Landon Dickerson, it looks like. Holy shit. A sim victory. And Josh Rosen, okay, wasn't the best, let's be clear. But 433, who got it? Was it a Chuba touchdown in overtime? It was a Huffman 38-yard pass from Josh Rosen. That is a confidence boost. Even though right there was when I was pretty pissed off. Those are all short field goals. Should have never got to that. That's where I'm worried with this team. But we just took down the 2-0 undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. With that Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdowns. He looked pretty good. We had no picks, Josh Rosen. Chosen Rosen. I'm going to calculate this star rating. Don't even care what it is at this point. I'm happy we got that victory because I know when we got in the sticks, I feel pretty good. We're going to go undefeated this episode. We're not losing. All right, so let's take a look here at the scoring. And boy, oh boy, do we have an all-time sim defensive performance. You will just see it, and I'm very proud as a Canadian to talk about this. But we won the game, which is worth 1 star. We had the turnover battle, which is a half star. Looking at our player stats, big game from Josh Rosen, 430 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no picks. That's 1 full star for his yards and touchdown performance. Not the biggest game from Chuba, that's fine. Claypool, 8 yards shy of getting a half star, unfortunately did not. But Huffman does get a half star. Spellman, the rookie out of Florida, has his first big breakout game. He also gets a half star with both these guys going over 100 receiving yards. And look at this performance on the defensive side of the ball by 70 overall Canadian linebacker Jesse Luketa. 17 solo tackles, 19 total, 2 interceptions. Like that, there's player of the week right there for you. That is awesome. I love seeing that. Unfortunately, no. I was surprised though. 19 tackles, No TFLs. Would have liked a couple TFLs there. We couldn't get home on any of the sacks really for scoring, but Lucchetta does get 1 star for the interceptions. So it ends up being 4.5 star performance. We round down, we round up. It ends up being a 3-star performance plus 6 upgrade incoming for the Philadelphia Eagles. Before we do any upgrades for the Philadelphia Eagles, I had to just make sure that he was going to get an award, and he did. Jesse Lucchetta, 19 tackles, 2 interceptions. Because he's a player of the week, gets a +2 upgrade to a position, like a non-athletic, a positional attribute. So what should we look at for him? 2 picks, maybe look at some. Honestly, I'm going to go whichever one moves the needle. I want that rating to go up a little bit. It could. I think his zone coverage is not too bad. It's at 77, so +2 there. Actually bumps his run stuff up. +2 man, doesn't do anything. +2 pursuit. Actually takes both speed and run up. Block shed +2. Takes run stuffer up. Tackling +2. You know what? We probably should do that tackling +2. Get him up to an 80. Seems like a nice base rating there, but I love this, man. Hopefully we can get another breakout here. There's certain Canadians that I feel like we've tried, even if they're not captaincy'd, we've tried not to give them away. And for example, Ben St. Juste has not lost his kids, lost his captaincy, but I'm trying not. Like, I'll look at all other avenues before we kind of send him away. I might even overpay not to send Ben St. Juste. And Lucchetta absolutely has that opportunity. I think in real life he was a 7th round pick. Can't remember what team he got drafted by, but actually just heard his name called a couple days ago in real life in the draft. I'm happy that he's doing the damn thing here for the Vancouver Grizzlies. Now, before we can even think about getting on the sticks against the undefeated Tennessee Titans, I don't care about their record. Josh Rosen's hot. We're going to get this dub. We got to figure out who we're getting with that +6 round up upgrade from the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, I botched the trade. I'm going to just show it to you here before we lose it. Basically, wasn't expecting to win this game. There's a reason why we wanted to take on the Titans and not the Eagles, just because the Titans had a lot better upgrades. But here's the upgrade that we're going for. The biggest one is actually the linebacker one, because we're going to flip our backup linebacker, Tucker, to get Brian Asamoah. We're setting Tucker, who's 70 normal, to get Asamoah, who's 71, with a star dev. So Asamoah is going to play on the other side of reigning, defending Defensive Player of the Week, Jesse Lucchetta. And then I just figured, let's grab a quarterback here. They had this quarterback named Schmidt, 75 hidden dev. He's a rookie. And I just feel like for our quarterback room, Josh Rosen's pulled ahead of Bailey Zappi. Bailey Zappi is firmly our backup quarterback right now, and he's a solid backup quarterback, but he's 70 normal dev. So I'm just straight up getting an insurance policy here with Schmidt. If things don't play out like they did here today, where Josh Rosen got the sim win, if we're another 2 episodes down the line and we're getting just murdered in the sim, or Rosen starts having some stinkers, we have at least a little bit of a hidden insurance policy. We haven't had the best of luck with these drafted quarterbacks. We've drafted our own quarterbacks and they were god awful. But we'll take the hidden dev, we'll take the insurance policy. It's not sexy, but I think 2-3 episodes down the line, if things aren't all sunshine and roses with Josh Rosen, pun intended, we have an option off the bench that's a je ne sais quoi. He's a mystery. It's not Bailey Zappi, where Zappi can only throw the slants, can't the deep pass. This Schmidt guy, I'll take, actually, now that we're here, now the trade's been dived in here, let's take a look at his stats, even though we're still here with Philadelphia. I'm not going to be honest, doesn't look anything special, but he's still a hidden dev quarterback. There is some value there. Hopefully we don't lose anything and get him poached, but he is technically our highest rated quarterback. Great, we lost the snaps there. He wasn't playing for Philly anyways, but 91 throw power is, it's not bad. At least it's in the 90s. The accuracies are fairly solid. 85 deep, 83 mid, 85 short. Can throw them around, really just a well-rounded, kind of high floor, safe-looking quarterback. Not particularly the best of athlete, but you can do a lot of damage with this guy. So he's going to be the insurance policy for now, firmly going to be sitting behind Josh Rosen. But again, the biggest hiccup with Rosen is that this Philadelphia Eagles sim victory is not the norm. He has struggled in the sim. That's like his first sim victory. And if we keep getting, not maybe this episode, but next episode after that, if he just keeps dropping these sim games, doesn't really matter how good he plays while we're on the sticks. We need to find that option. And hey, even Schmidt has better throw power than Josh Rosen. So that's interesting. But, we're in no rush. We're going to also, while we say all this, it's an insurance policy. When you talk about insurance, you talk about worst case scenario. Ideally, the career resurrection of Josh Rosen continues. This sim performance becomes the new norm. When we hop on the sticks here against the Tennessee Titans, Josh Rosen is going to be elite, and we have our quarterback of the future. I love it. I want it. But you always need the insurance policy. All right, so let's get into our weekly strategy here. How are we going to take down the Tennessee Titans? We don't like to run the football, so let's take away Derrick Henry. We're going to defend the inside run. From our offensive game plan, well, they're pretty good defensively. Look pretty well across the board. They're recommending blitz counter, so I think we can do that. And then it comes into training, and I feel like we should get that QB in here. Right, the hidden dev quarterback. We could probably also go Asimo. Let's get our, much I like Spellman, wide receiver. He's gonna get the football out of him. So let's get our new players here. We have Schmidt, hidden dev. We could actually go Gentry as well. Brought him back in middle linebacker. But I feel like if Asimo is gonna be starting for us, you always want to go dev trait. We probably don't need Chuba there. What does he say? What does his say? Freight train. Why do all these say superstar? Like it doesn't say. Why should it say X Factor? Superstar X Factor. Either way, let's get that QB question mark here. Bryce Schmidt, freight train. Like, what is that? This is like a freight train spot? What? Whatever. Either way, all right, freight train. Let's get our training here. Let's feel good about our training. Everyone get through it healthy. On the offensive side of the ball, oh shit, Spellman. We took him off the training regimen. He's going to be out. So we're going to have to go to Divine in the slot. Going to be a little bit underpowered on the defensive side of the ball. All I need is Ed Oliver. I just want to hop on the sticks with Eddie O. Get after Ryan Tannehill. Do some destruction. Do some bad things. And let's see right here with Ed Oliver. We're going to upgrade him. Let's get that speed rusher. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I think we're going to get something special. Remember the last time? In my hands, in my possession, we had a dominant pass rusher. We won the Super Bowl. All right? We won the freaking Super Bowl the last time I had a dominant D lineman. And I had a bunch of them. I had Jalen Phillips. We had Aiden Hutchinson. We had Kayvon Thibodeau. We had Micah Parsons. We had that dude from the Titans. Can't remember his name right now. It's tripping. I'm blanking. But he's an absolute beast. We are going to absolutely dominate. I think we're going to win this game. We're going to win it convincingly. We're going to spend all these upgrades because these guys are backup players. And we're going to get Josh Rosen, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 400 yards in the first game. We're going to repeat that here today against Tennessee and try to be first place in the AFC South at the end of week 4. Oh, yeah, let's go, Ed. Let's go, Eddie. Lie, cheat, and steal, baby, on the inside. Oh, shit. All right, well, you know what? The pressure got to him. Couldn't find current Philadelphia Eagle, A.J. Brown there. Oh! Rasul Douglas gets the interception. The pressure was applied by Ed Oliver. And Tannehill is a god-awful quarterback. In comes Josh Rosen. Versus Ted, we got, it's like a design, Damian Pierce, RB2 play. I think we'll just take the hit there. Yeah. Oh, that's a light box here. Chuba Hubbard, 2nd and 5 on the 8-yard line. This looks pretty promising if our guard can get a block, which can't really get much movement there. Well, we'll take slants. Coach wants slants. 2 of the 3 options slants. We're going to give him slants. We're going to look Claypool, Huffman, maybe Pitts here. Claypool, got it. Let's go. Oh, there we go. There's some pressure. Miles Gentry back in the building, bringing down Ryan Tannehill. Oh, they're getting chippy. Come on, Ed, let's go. Ed O in the middle. Credit, I mean, this Titans O-line is good. Oh, we brought the corner blitz. God damn it. That was way too aggressive. Oh, what do you do to stop this guy? All right, they're just bleeding up the whole first quarter here. I mean, when you got Tannehill, there's only so much you can do as a passing offense, so let's go Lucetta, Defensive Player of the Week. Let him know. All right, we got a 3rd and goal here. Let's bring safety blitz. Let's grab Ed O. Oh, Ed O! Oh! Go! This is Gentry, homegrown linebacker. 97-yard pick six, and it all started with the pressure from Ed Oliver. Let's go, man. Oh, grabs another one. Third pick of the game. Tremont Woods gets on the board. What is going on? Titans imploding. Let's go, Kyle Pitts. Third and inches and 12 yards easily for Chuba Hubbard. What are you flexing for? You got 3 picks. Love the confidence. You know, he ain't no mentor. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Oh, let's go Claypool here. Maybe Divine. Oh, come down with that! Your whole thing is jump ball, man. I actually think I have the jump ball ability on him. Coach wants slants. You saw it. It's not like I'm just cheesing it. This is what he wants. I run what he wants. 3rd and 10. We go to Huffman, who's short, and he drops it too. No one helping out Josh Rosen there. There we go. Oh, and Oliver says, nah. Gets the 2nd TFL. And I think we're going to have to hold the Titans here to a field goal attempt, which we do. They connect. Man, this defense is carrying the team right now. Oh, he got it. Go! Oh, there we go. A catch, safe catch. We won't hit the jump balls, even though that's his specialty. 2nd touchdown of the game for Claypool. I told you this was going to be a dominant victory. Here we go. Safe catch, Kyle Pitts. A little late read there from Rosen, but we got it. There, breaks the tackle. I mean, come on, man. Get out of here with that. Oh! Pick it up. Yeah, sack, fumble. Oh my God, Gentry's getting his 2nd touchdown of the game. There's a 5-star. We got 2 full stars just off the defensive touchdowns alone. Ah, let's go. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. There's a sack. We'll start that off there. Easy does it. Give me that. Diving pick. Ben St. Juice. 4th interception of the day. That's respectful, right? That's the respectful thing.
Oh my God.
All right, boys. I think we might have broken our record here today. We won the game. It's a divisional victory. And usually you get 1 full star by beating a team by 21. We beat them by 43. So that's a double 21-point victory. We got 4 stars right off the victory. We also had the turnover battle, which is worth a half star. Looking at our player stats, Josh Rosen with 3 passing touchdowns gets a half star. Chuba Hubbard going over 100 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 full star for him. We have a half star for Rashad Huffman going over 100 yards. We have a half star for Chase Claypool getting 2 receiving touchdowns. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we have 4 total interceptions. Each one is worth a half star, so 2 full stars on the interception front. Each defensive touchdown is worth 1 star. We had 2 of those for starting middle linebacker Miles Gentry. That's another 2 stars. It ends up being an 11-star performance. We have 2 wheel spins upcoming, fellas. That might be history. I don't know if we've ever had more than 11. All right, so we're getting 2 wheel spins. How we're going to do this, though, is if we roll something, we will take it off the wheel so we can't roll double. We won't be able to get a plus 40 and just take whoever the hell we want. But we currently are rocking with our plus 10. In addition to to that plus 10. Let's see what we can get. First wheel spin. I'd love like plus 20 and then like Monstars or something like that would be ideal. And we did get Monstars. So we got Monstars, which if you don't know what that is, that means we can take one attribute from any player on the Titans and apply it to the same position on our team. I mean, I don't know, man. I was gonna say Chuba Hubbard, Derrick Henry seems like a match made, but also Chuba's already like unstoppable. Would it be overkill potentially? So we're gonna hide that choice. We can't roll Monstars again, but we can roll come on plus 20. I mean, really any of these would be good, but I do think, I mean, playbook cheese could be something that we'll appreciate down the line, giving us a Kansas City Chiefs playbook to help us continue to win during the sim. But we get plus 10 any team. So that means we have a plus 10 upgrade against the Titans. And then we can also apply the best plus 10 upgrade across the league that we can use to make this team better. Not the best options, but hey, when you get two wheel spins, where we were last year, losing like 5-6 games in a row, you'll take whatever you can get. So the first thing that is up, we got some things you guys are gonna vote on, but to limit it to just the Monstars you guys can pick, and as well as our plus 10 any team, here is gonna be our plus 10 that we get from beating the Titans. First, we're gonna spend 5 to get back a player that we drafted, another homegrown talent. We're gonna be sending them Justin Schaefer, 70 normal dev guard, and we're gonna be bringing back Ray Jones, 75 star dev guard. He's also 2 years younger. And then we're gonna get the player that we kind of identified first on the Titans roster that was like, hey, maybe we can win him. We're gonna be setting Telvin Thurman, 73 normal dev, 24-year-old D tackle, and we're gonna bring it in Gerard Hargrove, 78 hidden dev D tackle, 6'6", 319. So he absolutely complements what we have in Oliver. We lost a little bit of run stuffing ability when we flipped Derek Brown for Ed Oliver, but now someone like Hargrove can kind of handle those responsibilities and let us do our damage. Plus, we have the hidden dev. Maybe it's going to be something juicy. So I think that is easily the best way that we could spend. There's some options in the secondary. We could have spent plus 9 to upgrade Rasul Douglas to Asante Samuel Jr. or 1 point to upgrade Rasul Douglas to Trent McDuffie. But I feel like going 1 on offense, 1 on defense is the best way to kind of spend our assets here. So for our Monstars, there are 3 players that you guys need to vote on. I've narrowed it down. I mean, we could have given something from Derrick Henry to Chuba Hubbard. We also had on the back end of the defense, maybe Kevin Byard giving something to Tremont Woods, our safety. But here are the 3 that I think would make the potentially biggest impact to our squad. First is Rosen to Tannehill, and the biggest one here would be taking Ryan Tannehill's short accuracy. He has 92 short accuracy. Maybe you could look at the play action to throw in the run. But I'm saying short accuracy, maybe throw him the run there, 88 throw under pressure. But we'll highlight the 92 short accuracy, and we could give that to Josh Rosen, especially as we hopefully commit to Josh Rosen here as our long-term starter. That would be a plus 7 to the short accuracy of Josh Rosen, and most likely bring him up into the 70s in terms of overall. Or we could look here on the offensive side of the ball, A.J. Brown. He has very good stats, but I'm looking here at the deep route running. He has 88 deep route running, which is not elite. It's good. But when you look at Rashad Huffman, who is very much our project on the outside, his deep route running is 70. So we would be able to get a plus 18 to the deep route running of Rashad Huffman. And that's absolutely how we want to use him. We want him to be a deep threat for our squad. Plus 18, that's pretty freaking huge. But I have even a bigger upgrade for our third and final option. And our last potential upgrade is for our hidden dev rookie pass rusher, Mr. Michael Gibson. 72 hidden dev, getting ready to figure out his dev. Let's be honest, we're probably expecting it not to be amazing, but he has 63 power move, 77 finesse move. So we first can look at their pass rusher, Harold Landry, even though he's a linebacker, he's an edge. And we could take a look at his 89 finesse move. That would be a plus 12 finesse move upgrade for Gibson. Or, whoops, I didn't mean Taron Armstead. We could look here at Eric Armstead, who has on the power move front a very impressive 88 power move, which in our case here for Mr. Gibson would be a plus 25 power move upgrade. So if I had to lean away, I would say we look at power move for Gibson. or we look at the deep route running for Huffman, I would probably slightly go towards Huffman because on the defensive line, I have no other reason not to use Ed Oliver. But those are your 3 upgrades. As always, everything that you guys are going to vote on, I'm going to pin in the top comment in the comment section so you guys can kind of use all that and vote. But first thing is first, who is getting the Monstars upgrade? Is it going to be Josh Rosen? Is it going to be Huffman? Or is it going to be Gibson? And if it is Gibson, do you want the power move or do you want the finesse move? Now, let's take a look at our plus 10 upgrade around the NFL. What is the best plus 10 that we can get for the Vancouver Grizzlies? All right, to finish the video, we're going to go through all of the potential plus 10 upgrades around the league, and you guys get to vote for them. First one up here, we have Claypool, who's actually, honestly, since we've given him the route technician ability, which is probably the best ability for wide receivers, he's been a lot better. But it would be, you know, I wouldn't be doing my job. Wouldn't be turning over every stone. If I didn't mention that we could get a straight up plus 10 and bring in Justin Jefferson, 25, superstar, you know. That is an upgrade. That is an upgrade nonetheless. Obviously, Claypool, team captain, Canada. But if you guys want to see it, if not people want to see Justin Jefferson in a Grizzlies uniform, we can do that. But that is it for the skill position players. We can show a little love here to the offensive line. Now, I would argue that our O-line has been, we don't give up a lot of sacks and we can run the ball on anybody, but there's still upgrades to be had. First is flipping NPF, Nicholas Petit-Frere, 74 star dev, and bringing in a veteran in Jonah Williams, who's 84 star dev, only 3 years older, something worth considering. Our lowest rated starter on the offensive line, we can look at an upgrade there. We have Deontay Smith, 68 normal dev at 26 years old. We could get Netane Muti, 25 years old, 78 star dev from the Houston Texans. And the final offensive line upgrade could be potentially sending our normal dev center Logan Simpson, 22 years old, and getting Lloyd Cushenberry, the 79 star dev center from the Denver Broncos. So it might not be the sexiest of moves, but if you think we should improve the offensive line, we definitely have our options available. We'll start from the back end, work our way up. We can send Rasul Douglas, 77 normal dev corner, to the Chicago Bears to bring in Jalen Johnson, 87 star, only 25, and would be an excellent pairing alongside Ben St-Juste. Or we can look on the Kansas City Chiefs and also send Rasul Douglas to get L'Jarius Sneed, 87 star, 27 years old, so a little bit older, but definitely worth mentioning in case there's a lot of L'Jarius Sneed fans that are watching my content. This is an option. Much like the Claypool to Justin Jefferson, it's a player that I wouldn't be rushing to remove, but this is your guys' series. I'm just pulling the strings. We could send Ben St-Juste, 82 normal depth, 26 Canadian, to get Trayvon Diggs from the Dallas Cowboys, 92 superstar, also 26. The gap, the upgrade is very substantial. It's why I mentioned it, even though we'd be getting rid of one of the Canadian pillars of our team. That is, at least, much like going Claypool to Justin Jefferson, something that you gotta at least entertain and have the discussion about. We have a couple options here at linebacker. All involve a guy that I actually kind of like in Miles Gentry. Had 2 touchdowns last week, but he is still 76 star dev, only 24. We could get, we could get, let me try that again, Dre Greenlaw first. 86 X Factor, 27 years old on the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously the abilities, fluid because we can change them, fine tune them if we will, but we have an 86 X Factor here, 27-year-old Dre Greenlaw. We can also look towards the Cincinnati Bengals, and we have Logan Wilson, who is 28, so a year older, but also 86 X Factor. So, I mean, it's going to come down to personal preference. Yeah, you could use age to be a tiebreaker, but much like, say if we wanted Jalen Johnson or L'Jarius Sneed, if there's a big fan, if you guys want to see these guys on my team, we can pull the trigger. And we got Logan Wilson here, another X Factor upgrade at linebacker. And our last linebacker upgrade is Patrick Queen of the Baltimore Ravens, 25, 86 X Factor. So he has the same X Factor as everyone else. He's the youngest out of all the other upgrades. In real life, he's probably the worst out of the 3 upgrades, but hey, this is in real life. This is Madden. Very interesting linebacker. I think this is certainly one that could be near the top of my personal board, but I also really love Miles Gentry. We drafted him. He's been a beast for us. Maybe if this ends up going year 5, year 6, eventually someday Gentry will be an X Factor himself, but there is just right there a guaranteed immediate upgrade. We got one left. And it's a big one. We have AJ Epineza, 79 star, and we could bring back a very, very important player to our Super Bowl winning season that we lost because of the Dallas Cowboys. This is obviously the most overpowered. It's the biggest improvement. He's an X factor. He's only 24. He's been here. He's done that. The only reason why you wouldn't want to do this is because we've been there, done that. We've already had Aiden Hutchinson here. We saw the peaks. We saw how good he can be. But, you know, it's just people want to see that again. I think that's easily the biggest upgrade we could make. And it's also bringing back the band. You know, I'm not into the Marvel stuff, but isn't that like the stones that guy tries to get on his glove? Like, this is kind of like that, right? I don't know any of that stuff. But, you know, isn't that a thing that we try to, like, find all this stuff again and make it whole? Right? The guy with the glove, I don't know his name. Thanos is the glove guy, right? Is that what we're doing here? If we can get back Aiden Hudson, does that mean, like, we now just keep grinding and eventually try to get, you know, Jalen Phillips back eventually? Like, those are long-term targets. So this is clearly a plus 10, and I would love it. This is my preference. But again, if someone's like, we've already done Hutchinson, let's go somewhere else, let's bring a new player on the team, I 100% understand. You guys get to vote. So those are all the plus 10 upgrades. I'm also waiting on you guys to decide what we use for the Monstars ability. Is Josh Rosen getting Ryan Tannehill's accuracy? Is Huffman getting AJ Brown's deep route running? Or are we going to give our pass rusher, maybe we don't even go to get the pass rusher. We have the pass rusher getting the power move from Eric Armstead or the finesse move from Harold Landry. We don't even need that. We could friggin' get Aiden Hutchinson in here, because then it's just, we're never going to use that DN anyways. But all those things are going to be pinned in the top comment in the video. So you guys, I need to get your feedback. I'm going to go the direction you guys want to see. Let me know in the comment section below. But that will do it for me here today, guys. Thank you for, actually, we might have a player of the week here that we can give a quick little upgrade in closing. And we do, and we're going to have a breakout scenario. But for our player of the week, let's help someone out here. And it is Miles Gentry. Massive performance. He's going to get a +2 upgrade to something. And he's also one of the players that could be leaving if we really want Logan Wilson, Patrick Queen, someone else that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, Dre Greenlaw. But for Gentry, with those 2 interceptions, maybe look at his coverage ability. Again, when they're sub 80, I almost just want to give them 2 points in an area that's going to just bump their rating up the best. But let's just see, because if that comes via, you know, his coverage ability, +2 man doesn't do anything. +2 zone actually bumps his pass coverage and field general. +2 pursuit just bumps up field general. +2 block shed just bumps up field general. +2 tackling. That's actually pretty good. But I think for what we're doing, I'm going to go +2 zone coverage. We're going to help him out there. It goes up a little bit of everything. And Miles Gentry, congratulations. Maybe you'll still be on the team in the next episode. But let me know, everyone, what we are doing ahead of the next episode. I will go with the most liked comment, or at least something that gets the most momentum. I'll be doing it. And hey, if it's really good, I will copy and paste it, and you'll be in the next video. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying, I know it almost feels like it's never coming, but I am also, like, as soon as this video is done and it's rendering, it takes like 2 hours to make itself into a YouTube video. I am always working and building the NCAA series. Little spoiler. The intro for, you know, the intro episode, the introduction for every series is very important. I had mine recorded, had it edited, and then when I watched it back, I hated it, so I had to scrap the whole thing. So it's been a slight delay based off of my creativity, my creative differences with myself. But it is coming. I am working on it. I just want it to be perfect when I do drop it. So still no tentative release date, but hopefully sooner than later. But that is for another day. Thank you much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.